Before that is the show that's kept us guessing until the very end, when Laura finally exposed Andrew as a rapist, and in a shock twist, viewers discovered he was dead.
Right, as Liar returns to our screens tonight, Laura hasn't escaped Andrew's clutches just yet.
Well, the star of the show, Joanne Froggatt, joins us now, and it is lovely to see you. We've been waiting for this one to come back since it ended. The thing is about this, when you got the script, you must have been thinking, that first series was so good. There's no way that series 2 can get anywhere close to the intensity of that.
Yeah, well, it's you know, that's always the challenge with coming back to do, you know, a second season of anything, that you want it to not only be as good as, but surpass the first season if you can. And the good thing about our show, Liar, was Jack and Harry, our writers and producers, had always planned to... Their hope was to always tell this story over 12 episodes, so over 2 seasons. But as with the TV business, we had to see if enough people watched season 1, if we were able to come back for season 2, which thankfully they did. So we were all really excited that they got the chance to tell the story in the way they wanted to tell it. And yeah, I think it's really exciting. I've seen all of it. I think they've done a fantastic job. It's really edge of your seat from beginning to end, and it kept me guessing until the very bitter end. So I think if it can keep me guessing, then hopefully it'll keep the viewers guessing.
And because they decided 12 episodes, we'll wrap it up in 2 series, it is wrapped up.
It is. This is the finale is the finale. Yes, there will be no more Liar. It's official.
Tell me it's satisfying.
It's a very satisfying ending.
Yes. Good. That's what we like.
Yes, very satisfying.
So what's interesting about this, because the story has obviously moved on, but it picks up exactly where the last series ended. So, you know, Andrew's been found dead in the Kent marshes. You've got DI Karen Renton, who comes in and she's investigating this murder. And for her, although you would think life could move on slightly, in a way, she's back to square one, really, sort of fighting to be believed all over again in a different way.
Yeah, absolutely. So, as you say, the story picks up just exactly where we left off, but then to find out how Andrew was murdered, our story is sort of told over different timelines. So we go back over the last 3 weeks when Andrew was on the run from the police. So that's how Joanne's character, Andrew, is still in the series.
OK.
And we find out how he got to laying in the marshes with his throat slit. So, yes, so it's sort of a dual timeline story. And we have fantastic Katherine Kelly that comes in as another antagonist for Laura. But Laura's still fighting for her justice, really, and fighting for her life. And she's still fighting to get her normality back, even though Andrew's dead. He's still affecting her life in such a huge way. So,
you say this has been one of your most challenging roles?
Yeah, I would actually. Yeah, because obviously, with a very sensitive subject matter, based on around a thriller, you have to get the levels right of it. You know, it is entertainment, it's a thriller, it has to keep people hooked and entertained, but I wouldn't have wanted to do the show if it didn't have something intelligent and interesting to say at the same time.
Well, it's the second time you visited a subject like this, because Anna in Downton was also the victim of a terrible rape. And I can remember I was filming down there at the time when you were doing that particular scene.
At the same time, yeah.
And it really affected you. I mean, people were looking after you. They were making sure you were OK.
Yeah, I think it really affected everybody else, actually, probably, you know, more so, or because, you know, it's my job to get myself into whatever emotional state I need to be in to give the most truthful performance that I can. But it was lovely that I had so much support, you know, and that just goes to show what a supportive production we had, and that I felt the same on Liar as well. You know, it was really lovely because I think people sort of see you upset, and even though you're kind of going, no, that's my job to do that, you're like, are you okay? Can I get you anything? Do you need a cup of tea? Do you need a hug? So it's just lovely to be in a really supportive environment.
And you've been actually moved by the amount of sexual assault victims that have felt compelled to come and speak to you about it and open up to you in a way.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it's a very sort of honourable experience that people felt, you know, that they trusted me enough to be candid with their stories and their experiences and talk to me about, you know, their experiences that they've had. So, yeah, it was. But you know, both projects have been more than a normal job for me. Yeah,
sure.
Absolutely.
We've got another clip from tonight, and this is we're talking about Katherine Kelly, and she's in this bit. We just clear that up because both Holly and I went, oh no, chewing, it would drive me mad. It's part of the story.
But it's part of the storyline, yes. So D.I. Renton's character has stopped smoking, so it's nicotine gum. So it's, and it's all explained, and it is sort of part of the story. It's part of her character. So she wasn't just being a rude actor.
Yeah. OK, no, that's fair enough.
She's a fantastic, very generous actor.
She really is.
Has this got you more recognised in the street than Downton?
Yes, I would say so. Probably because I look much more like my character in Liar than I do in Downton on a day-to-day basis. And because there's, you know, big pictures of my face all over London at the moment as well.
That helps, that helps.
So, I mean, that's, you know, that's another thing. But yeah, I would say so, yeah.
We can't have you here and not talk about Downton as well, and we all loved the movie. It was everything we hoped it was going to be and more. We have heard whisperings of a second movie, possibly.
I've also heard whisperings of a second movie. I have nothing else to say about that at the moment, but we have nothing concrete. There's no script yet, but there is talk of it, so fingers crossed.
Well, that's good.
And if there was another movie, would you be up for that?
I mean, I think I could be persuaded.
Oh, I don't think we'd forgive you if you weren't.
Yeah, no, of course, I'd love to do it again. You know, it's just so lovely to get to go back and work with a group of friends, and we've worked together for over a decade now, and you guys know what that's like. It's lovely to have that bond with, you know, your work colleagues, and it's just like going back to school after the summer holidays. It's like the loveliest experience.
So nice.
Well, I hope so.
So nice.
Hope so. In the meantime, Liar is tonight at 9,
guys.
much awaited on ITV, and thank you very much.
Thank you, lovely to see you.
Thank you very much.